There's always a time and place for the Bernina dual feed, but sometimes quilters still prefer a true walking foot. You'll notice that on a dual feed, the lever in the back that is pulled down is kind of like having the little teeth on top, but it's only in the center and it's behind the needle. So I'm going to lower this down and remove it and show you that on a walking foot, these toes here that will walk up and down and help pull the fabric to the needle are matched up with your feed dogs in front of where the stitch is being made. There's other benefits for a walking foot. There are 1/4 inch marks on this foot. There's guides that you can put in left and right. They all come with it. There's stitch in the ditch feet. There's open toe feet. I love the walking foot. Still, when I put binding on, I still feel like I get a little better pull, keeping all those edges even as I stitch. So let me show you how to put it on. That's really what this video is all about. So we're going to go ahead and remove this foot. And you can see by this little lever that you've been pulling to remove the foot, that is still the same for this. On a walking foot, there's kind of a little cone and a groove that will be kind of lining up too, but there's one other piece, and that's kind of this arm or fork. And that needs to come up and around the needle screw as you go to put that on. So I usually kind of lift this up, and usually I'm holding it with this hand, so my thumb is lifting it so it can come around that first, and then we'll work to align the cone to come in. Now, the first time I went to put this on, it didn't feel like it went on all the way, but what I want you to do is just make sure that you bring this little fork all the way as close as you can, kind of bring it from the back towards you, and it kind of pulls in a little bit further. When you're able to take and bring this arm down all the way and everybody locks into place, then you know you have it on correctly. Now, you'll notice that walking foot is a 5.5 millimeter opening, so if you are doing decorative stitches, your machine will have narrowed them down for you, so you're guaranteed not to break a needle, but they will be smaller than if you were to be using one of your larger feet, or like your dual feed foot number 1. That would definitely be the better choice if you want the wider stitches. Now just go ahead and use this foot just like you normally would use a regular sewing foot, and then that way you can go ahead and stitch and everything will just be guided. You'll see those feet kind of walking along here, kind of pulling your fabric from the top, keeping all the layers nice and even. So remember, using some of the quilting stitches in your quilting menu is great to use with the walking foot. And then go ahead and put which toe you want on. And toes, I mean by separate feet. There's the open toe foot or the stitch in the ditch foot. This is just like your regular one foot where there's a bar in front of the needle right here. And again, just depends on what you're working on. But I love the fact that there's a 1/4 inch mark on all the feet right here. So if I'm doing any binding, I have exactly what I need and where to keep my eye. So that's the Bernina Walking Foot for you. That is purchased separately at your local Bernina dealer.